We come to this place for magic.
We come
The
to
Last Will
AMC
Podcast.
theaters to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that. All of us.
That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together.
Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel.
Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best parts of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they are.
The Last Will Podcast.
We make movies better.
Podcast. Thank you for listening to the Last Will Podcast. I'm Matt Young. I'm a theater educator and a parent. And ever since I lost my father to cancer, I have been mildly obsessed with death. This is my last will and testament. The Mad Hatter once said, "We're all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad, but I'll tell you a secret. We're all just going down the rabbit hole." This week's episode, it's myself, Claire, and Grady, and we take a deep dive by jumping in the rabbit hole. Actually, we have a big discussion about deep dives and rabbit holes and if there's differences and not. Just a warning to everybody. We talk about death and we get a little casual about our discussion about death. Grady had a recent loss, and sometimes the best way to deal with loss is through humor, and so that's what we do. Having, listened to this podcast, you know that that's the way that I handle things as well. So I hope you enjoy the fact that we share our vulnerability with you, and we are our authentic selves. So enjoy the episode.
Okay.
Let's just go.
It's appointment viewing, and you view it on your own time. You don't just go, I've got to get in there, and you can't stop. I understand.
Have you pressed play yet?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, great. Okay.
The minute you said it, I was like, let's go.
But I get
Let's
it.
go.
You it's appointment viewing. You choose to watch it, and then you choose to stop it and come back to it. It's not like you just go down and you can't stop.
But is a rabbit hole something that you make an appointment to do, or something that you fall
It just
into?
happens.
It just happens,
But
right?
it coincides with a special interest or something you're deeply attached to, or all of a sudden you're just interested or curious about.
The fact that we called him out on being curious is going to haunt us for the rest of our lives.
That's fine. It's not a bad thing to be haunted by. A
Should we
little cute.
What's the worst
curious
thing to be
Grady.
haunted by? My mother.
is that what it is?
Oh.
No. We want to give a tribute to Patty Dennis. My mother passed away.
Okay.
Really?
Well, you know that.
I didn't know that.
Like 2 weeks ago. So
Oh.
we're back all together.
It's why Grady wasn't here.
I didn't.
You didn't notice that he wasn't here.
That's why
Yes,
we
you
didn't hear
did.
from him?
No, you kept asking him questions and he didn't respond.
Okay.
I thought he was just ghosting me, but somebody else must have been ghosting
My
me.
mother.
It's a different ghost.
My mother.
Holy shit! You're
She's a funny ghost.
We're all
I
lucky
see where
that
you get
this
it
is
from.
a podcast kind of about death.
Yeah,
So
it is. It's
we
the
can
last
make
will.
jokes.
Well, Matt said at rehearsal the other night, you found your light. I said, my mother just found hers.
Did you get her will yet? Are you in it?
Yeah, we all are.
Okay.
I mean,
I just want to know what you get.
well, she had vascular dementia, so the will was more.
It was done before that.
Yeah, and it was more about what she wanted for a service and things.
You didn't get any money?
Are you joking right now?
Emily?
I did, Claire. I got money, and I've bought us all a trip to
That's what I wanted to know.
Cartagena, and we're
Can I-
leaving right after
Oh,
this.
I don't
Grady?
really want to go there.
Well,
but
then guess what? Your
Yeah.
ticket's already been given away.
Well, Grady, well, don't invite her. It's always appropriate to just check the dates with us before you book a vacation.
I'm
and I
so
don't feel like
sorry.
you check the dates.
I should have
Yeah.
said, Mama, can you not do this on a Wednesday? Because I've moved something twice and I can't move it again.
Yeah, it's really inconvenient.
But we miss her, and so everybody send some love to Patty Dennis.
Yes. And let's be honest, wills don't work like they do in the movies. It's not like they gather everybody in a room and make a declaration. Grady gets this.
No, we all
the
meet
other
and
people
go,
get that.
and in the interest of the family horses, Claire Kenny will receive all of them except for Aloysius Licorice.
What?
Yeah, no, that was your
That
favorite
was
horse.
actually my horse.
I know.
That was my horse, and that's the one that I
She
don't
called
get
her
to
Miss
have.
Licorice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
And in the interest
I like
of
the
vehicles,
fact that you're using a book prop to read your will, and no one can see it on an
fucking
audio.
thorough. What do you want?
I mean, the character's great. The character's great.
And in the interest of vehicles, Matt Young will receive all sedans,
Like,
but no
He doesn't like
SUVs.
sedans.
no, I don't fit in sedans very well.
That's not my problem.
That's a
I'm just
cruel-
reading. And
You
in
just
the
get-
interest of money, there is none.
Okay, so obviously we're comfortable enough with each other that we can make jokes and stuff like that. But
Oh.
your mom did pass away, and it's always grief is always a very, very strange thing to be dealing with. I find
Man.
most people don't understand that when you really are sharing your vulnerability, you can joke about things that most people don't feel comfortable joking about, you know, and that can be a very, very powerful tool in working through grief, you know. We've had long discussions already just through my own grief and now since you've been back, about there not really being any specific way to handle it, and whatever's going on in you is
It's like
is the
nothing
right
I've
thing.
ever felt.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will hit you when you don't expect it, and when you expect it, it may not hit you. And
Absolutely.
we're happy to have you here.
I'm glad to be here with y'all. I love you both. It's been I appreciate the support. It's been a lot. So anybody out there having a little bit of grief, we're here for you
Yeah,
on
And-
our 100th episode.
it really.
We
What a
think.
way to go to 100th episode. No, it is. It is.
You
Our-
could just change it. You could just make it the 100th episode.
I did. Well, I've done a couple of rewinds, and they don't
You-
seem to come up on iTunes, so the numbers seem weird. But it really is our 100th
I
episode.
don't think they
So
call it
thanks to
iTunes
your
anymore.
mother for tying it
Yeah,
all
I was
together.
gonna say,
You know.
that savings
Patty
bond
Dennis,
has
thank you
matured.
so much.
We're cashing it in at 100.
Yep. So we decided that we wanted to go a little bit lighter today.
Yeah.
Great way to start.
Well, I you know, I want everybody to know that obviously we're being serious, and joking at the same time, or we're joking about something that's
We have not
serious.
lost our humor.
Yeah.
Humor will get you through everything, I hope.
I believe so.
Yeah.
It typically
If I
does.
couldn't laugh, I mean, I don't know. Well, Joni Mitchell says it the best, right? Laughing and crying, the same release. And it's true. It's the same emotion.
Yeah.
The body feels and acts accordingly. I think that's actually really cool, isn't it? You laugh, you cry. The body's going through the same release. So if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And if you don't cry, you'll laugh. And if you don't do either, you will explode, probably in a supermarket.
Or not. You might just like
Go into a
in-
vegetation,
yeah,
a vegetable
just
state.
become seaweed.
You
Oh.
will become a
And you will now go into a vegetation in 1, 2, 3. And you're out.
Oh, thank you.
So the internet.
Okay,
I
rabbit
don't know.
holes.
I don't know.
So,
Welcome.
I was just going to say too, like,
Yes.
and I must have said it before. At my father's funeral, my mother and I got into a hysterical laughing fit.
Yeah.
You know,
And I
I
love
know, I
that.
love
as
that
everybody
story.
as everybody was
You
coming
have
in.
it?
You know,
When Matt tells that
Yeah, they
story.
just got tickled about. I don't even think you remember what it's about, do you?
I really don't.
But
I could ask my mom,
but
I
it's a
doubt that
snowball
she-
where you just doesn't even matter, and you're so
Yeah.
happy to have that connection.
I don't know where my sister was. I'm imagine she was outside smoking because that's what she liked to do a lot. My mom and I were sitting on what we call the bima, which is the stage in at the temple, and there was a long. It was a big place, and there was a long middle row, whatever you call that, aisle. Jesus, frickin' Christmas.
It's okay.
The long aisle, and people
JFC?
entered from the far door, and you could see them down this
Were they
long
announced?
aisle. Yes,
And now-
and now, no, people were just like it was just a time for the funeral, and just as they were coming in, we were just got into a hysterical laughing fit. So, just because, and this is a thing too that people forget, just because you have moments of joy doesn't mean that you are grieving any less.
I've had that moment of, well, if people are seeing me smiling, then, well, it's over. He's fine now.
Right.
Kind of like if you were homesick from school and you turn the music up and just wanted to sing a song and dance really hard. And your mom comes in and goes, somebody's feeling better.
Yep.
Like, I'm actually not. I'm just trying to, like, move a little bit. But you optically, you had to make it like, no, I still need Lipton noodle soup bad. Oh, the Love Boat is starting. Help me.
How old are you?
91.
Wow, you look good for 91.
I know.
It's that eye cream.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It's very expensive.
1,
eye
2,
cream.
3, vegetation. And we're back.
Okay.
Okay.
So, welcome to the Last Will podcast. We are going to talk about this idea Grady brought to the table called rabbit holes, and the internet and where we search and find our joy, on the internet.
Is it joy?
Yes, it sparks a dopamine hit.
Oh. Sometimes I don't know if it's joy.
I always like you say rabbit hole, and maybe it's the same thing, but like I will call it a deep dive. Like
That's
I'll
a
do
rabbit
like
hole.
I'll do
That's
a
what
deep.
I mean.
I'll do a deep. Well, I
Okay.
don't fit
This
in a
is-
rabbit hole.
this is about-
I'm not petite.
Oh
all
my
right?
God, I'm not doing this. But
A petite rabbit.
it's a deep dive. Yes, deep dives.
Yes. So like one I can remember doing is I was watching I think it was PBS and probably the BBC did
War?
a series called the Hollow Crown. So it was Shakespeare. It was like Richard II, Henry IV Part 1 and 2, Henry V, and then Richard III.
Breaking down how you wrote them, or like just the
No,
the
they
stories?
they made movies with actors.
Oh, you okay?
like
This is Masterpiece Theater, I believe, is it not?
no,
or was it
I
its
mean,
own,
it wasn't live. It wasn't live performances. They
I
were
get
movies.
no, yeah, but
So Benedict Cumberbatch was Richard the Third, and
yeah, I believe that's Masterpiece Theater.
and Richard the Second was
Write us in, correct us if we're wrong.
Ben Winshaw, and
He's quite good.
and what's his name? Tom Hiddleston was Henry V, and Jeremy Irons was Henry IV. And so I was watching these things, and I just decided that when was Longshanks from Braveheart, and then I just started to Wikipedia the monarchs and who led into who and where, because I only knew the monarchy through Shakespeare.
You got
So I
into a
wasn't
deep
sure.
rabbit dive hole.
Oh, that's so clunky, though. I don't want to ever call it that.
Deep rabbit
Oh,
dive.
I'm so sorry. You know,
Rabbit hole to me feels,
autistic. Just say it.
yes, it feels super, super autistic.
We talk
No,
about that
no,
in
it
the
doesn't.
autism community a lot.
It feels detrimental. It feels like it's
Doom
not a
scrolling.
good, like it's not good for you, you know?
Okay.
But to me, doom scrolling is just like scrolling on whatever's on the internet.
That sounds
Like,
really bad for you.
It is
Yes.
actually.
Doom
It shrinks
scrolling.
your brain. Every 3.5 hours, use your phone during the day. If you do 3.5 hours, it's been proven your brain shrinks every single day from that time.
By how
Digital
much?
detox.
How much is my brain
I don't.
shrinking?
I don't know. They don't know that. They just know that it is moving. Just listen to BBC
Is it just
in the morning.
Is it just smaller than it was before, or
I guess
does it
what they mean. That
diminish?
brain
Is
isn't
it
sticking-
condensing? Like it's
shrinking?
Like normally a healthy brain is
It's
like
killing your brain
nice
cells.
and fluffy. And
It's a
then-
drug. I think we're going to look back on phones, internet, all this in the next 20, 30 years, and there's going to be AA meeting style for digital detox. People that cannot get off of these devices, that cannot stop using AI or ChatGPT, they cannot stop looking at videos of dogs and sobbing because they're getting some kind of hit of like feeling, sorrow and letting it out. We're going to see this as a huge addiction, and we're going to it'll be bigger than alcoholism and cigarettes. How long did it take for the Surgeon Generals to put on cigarettes, smoking kills? Forever.
Well, so whose fault is it that added entertainment to the internet? It could have just been like communication only and information only. That's what I like it for, the information. Love it for the information. I'm in
Right,
the
but the
grocery
thing
store. I
is-
need to know, what am I replacing the
Right, but here's the thing.
The ingredient in-
there are very healthy uses for the internet.
There
for
absolutely
sure.
I need
are.
to know the replacement for the bourbon in the cake that I'm making.
Well, my reasoning for why it's so bad and why it's getting so bad and continues to be is because we're being fed more and more of what we want. The algorithms in whatever interface we're using know what we want, because data is worth so much. Data will be worth more than gold. Data will be worth more than any metal you could mine.
Are there any data stores?
There's so much data storage. This is complicated, and I'm not versed well enough to actually use the.
It's not
The
my
opinions
subject.
of the Last Will podcast
Vocab-
are based on our own internet searches and not. There we go.
Okay.
But it's data collection, and data collection is worth everything. It is money. That's how you make that money. They hit you. People will show, oh, I just talked about a hairdryer. Now I'm seeing ads for it. They've collected your data. Now you have that hairdryer in front of you. Now you're going to spend that $400 on that hairdryer. I'm simplifying things down to the very, 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 well, the simplest way I can. Again, I don't have the vocabulary to really educate or talk about this.
But they sell data now to companies so that they can
absolutely, it's
target ads towards you and stuff like that.
I may not be able to see how many times I've watched a play on National Theater Live, but they can see it and they know what I want. And if enough people want that, then they're going to give me more of that. And that's more of an upper echelon. If you're looking at like the New Yorker, what do they call it? What's the grid?
Crossword puzzle?
No, the highbrow, lowbrow. It's the
I don't
whatever
do the New Yorker.
But that would be the upper echelon. But like Instagram's the worst.
What?
I mean, you look at it's the worst at doing this to us,
Oh.
putting this in
Meaning the
position.
best?
I need it. Yeah, I need it.
They're the best at it.
Gimme.
Because I'm looking at, like, I'm a sneakerhead. So a new sneaker's dropping. Well, it's not out yet. But there are people who have it or have a prototype. So now I'm searching to see what it's like in real life, what it looks like being held in hand. Because when it drops Thursday at 10 a.m., I've got to know right then if I'm going to buy it. Because if I wait 10 minutes, that sneaker's gone. Then I've got to go to a reseller like GOAT or Soul Supply or whatever and pay double that to get that one sneaker. But it's all built on having that resale business, right?
But
But then
it's
but if I
catered
don't-
exactly to people like you who find things like that important. Like, to me, I would never,
No, but you're
like, I'm not that, I don't wait for something like that for a shoe or anything. I don't do that with products for purchasing.
But I think the things that you like search, the algorithm sending you more and more of that stuff. That's why you're getting Lord of the Rings everything.
Yeah, and but that's, for me, that's that's like joy and escapism, and which is
It's joy for me.
yeah, and it's not any different really. But
not
I'm
escapism.
not. But
I
I'm
can't
actually
escape the
not
cost of
looking
a
to
shoe.
purchase things. I'm actually trying to
Well,
evolve
You can.
out
That's-
away
that's what
from
a
getting
credit
stuff.
let's
Monthly
separate.
payments.
Let's separate the purchase because you've already made the purchase intellectually. Someone has purchased your data. The purchase has already been made, whether or not you buy something or not. That exchange has already been made in your name. How about that? So at some point you go, well, there are people. Well, there's microchips in these vaccines, and I'm like, do you have an iPhone?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you've been microchipped
It's so ridiculous.
forever.
It's so
if you had
ridiculous.
internet that even went, you have been tracked.
That is not the dial tone.
Well, you know what, Claire?
Remember Grady's age? He looks
Oh,
good for
did it
91.
sound different
yeah.
then?
He had dial up. 32 megahertz.
You're the soprano over there. Can't you help me?
I don't partake.
She
in that.
doesn't do impressions.
Yes, she does.
Not for internet dial-up.
I
There's-
always think that's hysterical. The point that you brought up is that you're afraid of them manufacturing such a small microchip that they could put into a vaccine when they don't need to do that. When they can do it in the size of a phone because we're so addicted to the phone.
It's like you
that
go
that's
get
the
your
thing that you-
vaccine.
yeah.
Do you have your QR code to scan for your appointment? Yes, I do, but don't put anything in my vaccine, please.
Or I
Well,
could-
it's already here.
And then on top of it, then people will sell you some sort of bullshit thing that makes you think you can protect your phone from all of that stuff, and you can't. But let's get back to rabbit holes and doom scrolling. The idea of those things. I think one of the differences in my mind is that a doom scrolling is just kind of the random thing that comes up in my algorithm.
People just
right, or
right.
or
Yeah.
on my TikTok, and I'm just flipping and flipping and flipping. And yeah, the algorithm is giving me certain things, but if I'm doing a deep dive or jumping down the rabbit hole, I'm choosing to follow
Yes.
a path.
Sure.
And I think that's what Claire and I were like, I guess having a disagreement with you about is like, that's not something that we often do. We're often not taking that one thread and following it through as either a daily practice or a weekly practice or something like that. But like the scrolling, just being on TikTok, seeing what's there, giving me random things. Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
Well,
I mean,
this
and
is
that's the drug that I have. The
dopamine hit.
yeah. And now that I've had a video go viral, the dopamine hit is just checking TikTok. How many people did I get any new followers today?
That's a rabbit
Did I
hole.
get? I see. I don't think of that as a rabbit hole. Like I don't understand how that translates to a rabbit hole. You know, I'm not diving. I'm checking TikTok right now. How many people did I get? Here's a LeBron James thing.
You've lost
okay,
followers.
So 2 comments, 199 likes, and what was the other thing? Oh, and 2 new followers. That's what happened from this latest. I've got about 3 that have gone kind of virally. There's about I have one at 141,000, one at 58,000, one at 59,000.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok. Funny
No,
enough,
no,
as we
I-
talk about this,
I-
I don't.
I know.
I've never had
It's
it,
so
and I
silly.
can't open it because they want me to download the app. So if you send me a TikTok, which you do,
All the
but for
time.
some reason you figured out how to send them to me without having to
I
have
have been
TikTok.
downloading them and
Well,
sending
what I
them to
usually,
you.
what I, God bless you. What I usually do is if he sends me a TikTok, I'll go to YouTube and then I'll find
See
it
if it's
TikTok.
there. Yeah, yeah.
And 90% of the time it is because we're cross pollinating. But if you're
yeah.
looking at the ADHD model, right? So the rabbit hole will go like this. I'm looking up a book from Toshin, a book on
Literally,
castles.
I stopped listening to you guys for a second because I was so concerned with what was going on the like the addiction of the TikTok. We get back to the addiction of what that is, just to see what were the comments. Should I make a comment? How do I keep it going? I don't know. I've been following like these threads about how to go. I'm doing it for the podcast. I want people to hear the podcast, so I'm trying to. It's true. It's true because everything is called Last Will on my thing, and I'm trying to get that out there. But I get addicted to. Did it slow down? Did it go up? Am I pushing more? All
That's
of that
not
bullshit.
so much a rabbit hole.
No,
a
it's,
rabbit
but
hole.
it's the addiction that you were talking about.
That
I need
yes,
rehab.
Yeah. The detox, the digital detox, does come into play there. If you're like, I'm checking this too much, because how much is it going to change in 3 days? And shouldn't I let it wait 4 days and I can see more numbers than just keep checking every day for a minimal amount of numbers? But what I'm saying is this: the ADHD model will be like this. I'm looking at a Toshin book online because I want to buy it, right? So I'm looking at what they're putting out. It's a book of castles. Then I'm thinking about, what was that castle I always wanted to visit in Germany? So now I'm looking that up. Then all of a sudden I find an artist who's doing castles as drawings. So then after that, so it goes loop to loop to loop until I get stuck somewhere. And then I'm just looking at that.
That's a
I'm just
rabbit
looking
hole.
at that. And that's a rabbit hole to
Yeah.
me. Because it loops and loops and loops and loops and loops until you eventually do land somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you are really essentially doom scrolling.
Now,
But if you have a purpose when you go in, but then you forget the purpose 3 minutes into it and can't remember why you got into it to begin with, that is ADHD 1,000%. You start with something important. I need to look up this thing to know what ingredients are in this recipe thing. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at, do black cats really hiss? What the fuck?
yeah.
But it's
Yes.
it's a rabbit hole, and the
they
ADHD
do.
mind is so easily, it's so malleable in that way to be able to be pulled so quickly in another direction and absolutely blank out completely on what you went to do. But it's interesting how that creates that kind of rabbit hole. But that's
don't know if that's-
neurodivergent rabbit
I
hole.
don't think that is specific to ADD people, though, because I think
it's
that can,
not, but it's
that,
magnified with
yeah.
ADHD.
I mean,
It's the magnification.
I would say the most common theme I find myself doing that with is when I'm watching a show and I'm like, that actor looks really familiar. So I'll look up the cast of the show.
Sure.
I'll click on every person on the cast and I'm like, that person looks familiar
But
too.
then you
What were
find
they
another
in?
movie you're looking at, and then
Yeah,
you
and
find
then all
that.
of a sudden I've looked at all the movies. And
how
That's a
many
rabbit
movies
hole.
do you have to go through to make it a rabbit hole, though? I see, because I don't think 3 movies is a rabbit hole.
but I don't know if that's
It's
a
not.
rabbit hole, if that's
It's
just
seven.
like,
7 feels like a rabbit hole
All
to
right,
me.
7 feels good to me too.
well, because I go through all the different people and then I was like, who was the first person that I even looked up?
And
you
you're
know?
and you're right. I want to tell you that you are right. So I'm not sounding like some dickhead. That ADHD is just a huge magnification of the very basic things we all do. So I'm not saying it's not something we all do. And you don't have to have ADHD to want to know more about something. However, it will magnify it to the point of, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? And now, like, I've forgotten like my car keys, and now it trickles over into everything. It's actually, you have to be really careful. But I think we all have to be careful with this. I mean, for me, it's a lot of theater stuff constantly. Like reading scripts. I'm always in a rabbit hole of reading scripts.
Yeah.
Way deep, and I love it. But that's an educational thing. But I see the word.
No, I like.
We talked about how words can mean something to somebody else, and they don't like.
Yes.
To me, curious meant like no. Don't be curious. That's a bad. No.
Right.
Don't be questioning. But that's not. And now I'm seeing like actually I don't like the definition I had of it. But I hear you going, rabbit hole to me means like, no, that's a bad thing. You're doing like.
Well, it does.
You
It
should
feels
chill
like
the fuck
it has
out.
some sort of negative thing.
But you're right. It does have a negative connotation.
But if
so
you- if
deep
you're-
dive is a
I don't
more.
know.
But that's a more. I mean, to me, that's a more intellectual. I'm choosing to do a deep dive
Yes.
into Shakespeare's work.
I guess that's also true too. Involuntary and voluntary. Like rabbit hole feels
And
involuntary.
where do they meet?
Like Alice when she fell through the rabbit hole.
This is
it
great.
Was,
This is great. This is
involuntary.
Right.
You know,
but then it becomes
a
a
deep
journey.
dive.
She has to do it.
Well, she has to navigate it once.
Right.
But she's fallen.
Right.
As opposed to jump. You jump into a deep
She
dive.
fell down the rabbit hole and then got saddled with a task to get out of it.
Yeah. Let's go to the definition of rabbit hole according to AI.
Claire's favorite part.
Sorry, I had to solidify my plans for later.
No one
Oh.
can. No one can. We're not
Oh,
on
okay.
camera.
If you want to talk about them, your plans for later. Is
Yep.
that- you want to?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
I had because we were going to do the outside thing, but now we're not going to do the outside thing. So
You
now we're
do
going to
the-
do an
oh.
inside thing, and she's really happy that we're doing the inside thing, and I'm glad that
You can't smoke inside, though. You know that, right?
I'm not smoking anymore anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole for me.
Smoking
Boo.
kills. The Surgeon General told us. That's a
Boo.
callback.
That's
Claire's
a-
going out today with.
Talk about rabbit hole.
I've got plans today, too,
That is a
already.
huge. That's an addiction thing, but same
Matt's
thing.
plans. Yeah, that is an
No,
addiction.
smoking.
Yes, it
Oh,
is an
never
addiction.
mind. Never mind. Sorry.
True.
That's a rabbit.
Okay, a rabbit hole.
Uh-huh.
It is, as I fix the computer, it's
God,
jumping
Courtney's
out at
writing
me
so
to do
much
something.
today.
A rabbit hole is a metaphorical term used to describe a situation where someone becomes deeply engrossed in a
Deeply.
complex, confusing, or seemingly endless series of related ideas, tasks, or activities, much like Alice falling down the rabbit hole in Wonderland. The modern going down a rabbit hole often refers to research or online browsing, a thought process, or storytelling. None
Online
of that is-
browsing. Big time.
Going down a rabbit hole feels more like you made a choice as opposed to falling down a rabbit hole. I guess that's where I come up short. Is I always felt like it was falling down a rabbit hole, like it was an involuntary choice to go down this. Like either you had to because you were obsessed about it, or you like fell into it. Whereas the deep dive, like we said, it felt like that was the voluntary version of that. And yeah, I want to jump in and see whatever I can get out of this one topic. Anyways, my plans for after the. Oh, we're not doing that anymore.
I think maybe the last rabbit hole I can think of going down, and it's not. It was kind of like something I started to watch, and then I was like, how did I end up continuing to watch this? Was like somebody cleaning out a hoarder's house,
Okay.
and then like continuing to watch them like clean out the hoarder's house, and then going through their
and
Instagram.
having to know what it looks like after it's been cleaned.
Yes, and watching the whole process.
There's satisfaction with
Yeah.
that, isn't there?
and then
And the emotional journey of when they can't let it go.
and just go
We know they will, but
every room in the house, and it's like, oh my god, what else are they gonna find, and what's the next room gonna be, and this and that, and then finding that person's Instagram, and then looking at all the videos on the Instagram to be like, wow, I can't believe they do this for multiple houses.
that is
Yeah.
a mother effing rabbit hole.
Yeah. The great.
It doesn't take that. It doesn't usually last that long.
But there's so
But
much
they're there.
curiosity in that. Oh my gosh, how did
Mini
they live
black
before?
holes you
How
go
did they
through.
get here? And then you're also looking at that mirror of going, because if you were a hoarder too, you would not look at that kindly. Well, they need that stuff. But because you're not a hoarder and you're not in that situation, there's a mirror of, thank God that's not me.
right.
For
And
sure,
I'm
for
not
sure.
being
No,
a
no,
dick.
no.
I'm not. It's just
No,
true
why
because
do you
we
keep thinking that you're being a dick.
because I don't know who's listening to this. One,
they
two,
stopped.
three. Oh, I just counted 3 of you.
Oh.
So one of you's not breathing. Okay, there's 4.
It's 29 minutes in. Have we retained our audience? Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Maybe they never
Everybody
get out of
loves
the
us.
vegetation
That's
state.
true. They do love
They
us.
love us.
But they don't love us.
But
I mean,
you-
they love us.
The people
But they
who love
don't-
me.
it's not about
listen to
taking
this.
joy in someone
true.
else's pain, but it's watching someone else.
I don't like that.
You're
Cocky
rooting.
Claire is not my favorite character.
I'm sorry, I'm really tired today.
But you're rooting for someone to come out of it. But
A
you're
rabbit
also
hole?
wondering how they got into it. Like you're talking about hoarding.
I don't know if I'm rooting for people to get out of their rabbit holes. I don't
No,
really care what
hoarding.
people
If you're
do.
watching the hoarding,
Oh,
you're not
sorry.
rooting for. You're,
Yes. No, you're in the
You're
rabbit
not-
hole.
Wow.
You're
yeah.
no, these people that you're
Yoo-hoo.
watching. I do it with body
Oh,
cam footage.
Mr. Rabbit.
Like I will jump in or fall into the rabbit hole on body cam footage, and then I'll go to
Me
the whoever the source of the thing is, and I'll go back to see if there's a part 2 or part 3. Sometimes I get them fresh, and they haven't put 3 and 4, and I will have this moment of like, fuck
What
you.
happened? I need to know what
I
happened.
need to know what happened. Yeah, I need to know the story. Drunk person gets I don't know, what do they call it, trespassing on a restaurant property. Like the restaurant property people can.
Karen gets owned. Part 1.
Yes, like
But she didn't get owned.
yeah, they definitely clickbait me a lot.
But that's
on that
awesome.
body cam
They
footage.
want you to go into these rabbit holes, and so you choose that clickbait of you won't believe what happened next when a first grade teacher exploded on one mother who said, "No, you get out of here."
Is it?
that's you know what that is an impression of. That's Kristen Wiig and
And
Will
Meryl
Ferrell's.
Streep, where did she come from? She's fantastic. And she comes into that town and looks at the townspeople, and they look at her, and she says, "You get out of here."
That's an award ceremony bit that Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell did. For anybody who wants to look that up and rabbit
hole it.
you should, because they do good. That's a positive.
That's a positive
fun
rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole to jump.
Yes.
So
Okay.
let's do,
Best
let's do that.
award-
What are some of the instead of like we've debated all of this other
Hey,
bullshit.
I love blooper rabbit holes.
I will do
Yeah, those are funny.
can make me laugh forever. I'll do The Office, Parks and Rec,
Bloopers
or
just best
Brooklyn
of.
Nine-Nine, the bloopers.
So good, right?
Always
Parents love that
Sunny.
show.
Always Sunny is they do such great compilations of their bloopers.
Really?
Online.
See,
Go YouTube.
This is what I don't know exists on the internet. Like, I almost want to go down a rabbit hole and I don't know where to find them. Like,
I can take you
how
there.
can I go down? I want to go down a blooper reel rabbit
can
hole.
take you
know,
there.
the only rabbit holes I
Follow
go
me,
down
Claire.
are, I don't even know if I call them rabbit holes because it doesn't feel negative.
Take my hand.
But it's like
We're gonna do
videos
it
of
now.
cute
We're-
kittens.
Take my hand.
Oh yeah, I can
like,
imagine.
Like it's all those, you're on your Instagram and then it's like, oh, video you might like, and then it only shows you like a 1 second clip.
Yeah.
And you're like, I gotta click that kitten video, and then you scroll up and it's like, what's the next kitten video? It's the next kitten video.
And do they have a series of kitten videos? My favorite, kitten face in a tube.
Ugh.
Could watch that for hours. Kitten face just slips right in the tube.
And then you look at the comments and go, "This was faked." I'm like, oh.
Oh, I've been
I
loving
know. I
the
never
comments.
look
I'm
at
like,
the comments.
don't-
I never
don't
look at the
tell
Everyone's
me
like,
it's-
I'm getting really good at spotting AI lately. It's like,
Yeah,
me
the
too,
AI
and that's not
Look
AI.
at her thumbs. Look at her thumbs. Go sit on my thumb.
What?
Let me enjoy watching a video for a minute. Who are you?
I never.
I don't comment either. I'm not a
There
commenter.
has to be something specific about what's going on to make me want to go further. Like if it is one of those clickbait things, that are like, you'll never believe. Do you spot the thing that the something does
Yeah.
here? And I'm like, I don't see what it is. And so then I'll look at the comments. But other than that, I forget it.
I went down a rabbit hole once, and I'm gonna say
Just
what
Wow.
this is.
From last night, both of you. I don't know anything about this. Let's just do internet.
No, I still, I'm sorry. I still believe that the way that you were using it contradicted what I thought of as a deep dive.
And I agree.
You know?
And I'm sorry.
No, I mean, the damage is done.
Well, I needed
I know
to.
you
Don't
did.
damage
I
done,
needed
darling me.
to talk it out to figure this out. So I appreciate Grady
Don't kiss up to him.
persevering through this.
Kissing up to him
subject
because he's
for us.
grieving. How dare you?
Persevering.
She's gone.
So
That's so wrong.
Is
I
it?
miss her so much, but I just
But like,
It's not wrong.
I'm
No, it's
sorry.
not.
We're going to cut you off for a second. We're going to go grief talk. There's something in who you are as like a comedian that is never going to be able to not have both of those things happen at the same time. And if you care about the perception of other people, then you're worried that other people think that you've moved on and you're not really interested in what other people think. You don't fucking care.
I don't. And I think I've been very cautious to talk about her on the podcast, and I feel free to talk about her now that she's gone, because that story was my father's, my brother's, my sister. I mean, it was our story and not just mine to share.
Right.
And I felt dirty sometimes just sharing her story and talking about her when there were even a lot of people she knew that didn't know how bad it was or kind of what she's going through. Like, God forbid if the one person hears this and goes, "Oh my God,
But
Miss Dennis
there's
is
something
so sick."
But there's something
Now I can talk about her, and I feel very free
I get
to
that,
talk about her.
but I wish you didn't feel bad about talking about it earlier,
I do too,
because if
but I
those
didn't
people
know
were,
how.
if they felt that your mom was as important as they were pretending she was, they would know where she was, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And so you have every right. You weren't talking about what your brother's feelings
I was trying
were.
to protect my mother, I feel like.
That's
But
totally understandable. That's different.
I was just trying to
That's
protect
different.
my family.
well, it's almost like now that she's
Now
gone,
that she's
like
gone, though, I can talk about this
yeah.
because it is my
But
story.
it almost felt like it was
'Cause
a
it's about you
secret
now.
that like she was not well, and now the secret's out. You know.
Yeah, and I think our family, especially my father, just he kept saying things like, it's not like it's a cold. It's just she's never going to get over this. And
Yeah.
so I just felt like he's not ready to talk about it. So then I can't really talk about it on the air, so to speak. But now I feel I want to talk about it, and I want to incorporate it in everything, even
Yeah.
if it's a joke.
No, because you have to.
Because she doom scrolled.
Yeah.
Not
Your
really.
mom doom
No,
scrolled?
she didn't. I mean, on TV,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
procedurals.
Original doom scrolling.
Procedurals. She's an
Yeah.
OG doom
Was,
scroller.
yeah, the
Murder,
remote
She
control.
Wrote.
The remote control was the thing.
Yeah, it was
You know?
her thing.
Or the clicker.
And Murder, She Wrote.
Um,
Murder, She Wrote. Over and over and over.
I think
again.
interesting too that your dad is opening up about it as well. I
He
think
absolutely
all
is.
of that was to make sure that whether she could feel it or not, that your mother didn't have any shame about it. So it was
No, she didn't at
it was
all.
never really brought up.
No.
It's really
We didn't know how to talk about it either, really.
no. Who
'Cause
does?
I don't know.
And now
I
you're
wanted-
kind of forced to in a way because it's such an overwhelming feeling of
Because I
everything
wanted
that
to
you
talk
do.
about it. I had to
I'm
keep
sure.
myself from talking about it.
That's
Because
why
I didn't feel
th-
like I had the...
That's why an actual therapist is important, not like a pill doctor, but an actual therapist where you talk.
Well, you are welcome to... I'll give you her number right now. She's quite good. I'm seeing her Monday.
Okay, all right.
A pill doctor. Listen to you.
Well, we all have two. Like let's be honest.
Or
Let's be
three.
honest. This is. I just want you to know, Grady.
Also my barber.
This is the point in the podcast where your brother goes, "Did you go to another episode?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Did the episode switch?"
We went to having three. Your therapist, your pill doctor, as Matt would say, and your barber.
Actually, it was my sister. Do you get pills from your barber? You don't go to a barber. You go to a
But
stylist.
Grady has more
Stop
than one
it.
pill person.
What are y'all talking about?
That's what you just said.
No,
you said
I-
more than.
No.
You get your drugs from the black market? Is that what
I
you're
don't have
saying?
any-
I mean, I'm
Okay.
not afraid to share that I have several pill people.
Several pill people. The name of Claire's autobiography.
I thought I saw you.
no, you didn't.
I
No.
recognized.
Yeah.
Where's that from? There's
Okay,
somewhere. Anyways, yes. let's get back
Sensitive
on it.
subject. When was that assassination attempt? Was it last summer?
On the Orange
On-
Man?
Yeah. Was
I
it
don't
last
know.
summer?
It was-
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm asking because I'm looking for a timestamp in my phone.
You're rabbit holing.
I know because I wanted to share this with
Someone you
backup information on my phone because when that happened last summer, there was an Instagram post, obviously, and then the comments on that post were so outrageous that I ended up screenshotting my favorites and
Because they're so out of
Oh.
pocket and nuts.
yeah, and making a video compilation of it to the Game of Thrones theme song.
Okay. Claire, welcome to the club of rabbit doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's got to be.
But you
That's
got
like arts
creative
and
with it,
crafts.
so I'm
yeah.
gonna say this is like a project. You created a project out of a rabbit hole, and I think that's what we're.
There
all
has to be a
looking for.
term for that, though, right?
Yeah, it's a victory.
Where you doom scroll it into crafts?
Well, it wasn't doom scrolling though, because all of it.
You had a purpose.
Yeah, because doom scrolling. I'm still not. I'm still a little unclear on what doom scrolling is
That's-
at the moment. But this was a little more like I was like,
Doom
this
scrolling
is.
has no purpose whatsoever. You're just going through things.
But does it? Where does the doom part come?
the doom
like,
part comes because what are you getting out of it? Nothing. You're just looking at other people's content.
I
and
also-
you're not having your own counsel.
But
I
I
also
like
think-
it. Like, but it's there's no doom in it for me. Like I sometimes I go through it. I'm like, that's funny. That's funny.
I
Ha,
think-
that's funny. Okay, go to bed now. Bye.
I think it could partly be because the world is so fucked up right now that you're
It's a
getting away
comfort in
from
that.
the doom.
There's a comfort.
And I think the other version is you're just getting all of these reports about how awful everything is. And so you're just looking at one thing about immigration and one thing about homelessness. And,
That's
and-
what I
and-
don't do. I don't doom scroll information.
Yeah.
Sad information.
But
I don't scroll information because yes, but that to me is reading the news, and I try not to do that for so long
But here's the
because
thing: is
Listen to-
people get news now from social media.
I don't.
I do
I
not.
People
don't.
don't get it from like the reason people can go, oh, fake news is because all of the traditional news sources aren't valued by a majority of Americans,
Unless it's the
or even the world.
BBC.
Well, if
But
you
you
go,
see world.
But people who there is a huge portion of people who would never take the BBC's word as
Well, they don't even know what BBC stands
no,
for.
absolutely
And we won't even say what they think it stands for.
right.
well, so
go ahead, say it.
you know what would be
No,
funny
I will
is
not.
to
Filthy.
do like an Instagram friend swap one day and to see what our friends have on their Instagram reels for like one day.
Well, I think the algorithm can be very pushy. And so oftentimes if you look at what the algorithm is presenting in just suggestions, I'm like, this is not what I'm looking for.
You don't want to see that.
But if you were to go like I don't
but I
know.
think I know
I
what it
love
is.
my Instagram feed.
Yeah?
It's Lord of the Rings, funny, weird mental health jokes.
Right.
Kittens.
Nude car washes.
No. Sometimes like old jewelry stuff. Love that.
Like antique jewelry, vintage.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I hate the ads. The ads drive me nuts because I'm trying to evolve out of buying things now because I have too much stuff. So I'm trying to get away from that.
Do you flag the ads?
Meaning what?
Do you say not interested, irrelevant, that kind of thing?
No, because I can't be
Mistake.
fucked
It's
to
data
do
collection.
that.
They want to know that. Don't do it.
Okay.
Just fly
Just,
through them.
just
Guess
go.
what? Instagram's free, and you get what you pay for.
Got it.
Makes sense.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.
I
What Matt? What are the top
I
five
get
things
stuff
that
ab-
show up
I-
on your
I get
Instagram?
stuff about the moon.
What's the best
Really?
thing you...
Yeah, because I love the moon.
You do.
Astrology. I
Oh.
get. For a while, I got a lot of like avoidant attachment videos.
Astrology. You should get a really cool pair of...
This is
like,
why she broke your heart. Videos.
Matt should get a really neat deck of spirit cards he could play with. That'd be fun. Maybe he
what
could.
else do I
Do
get?
that.
I gave him...
I do
I gave
honestly.
him-
I
he
get.
has a
I get
set.
sexy women.
Where are
for
those
sure.
cards? Where are those cards I gave you?
Right over there. What else do I get? I get. I get a self help. I get Spurs stuff, soccer stuff. I
Okay.
got a lot of soccer stuff. I think I went past 5.
Well, one of
and Taskmaster, of course.
Okay.
Because I love that.
all right, Grady. What's your top 5
You hold
or
this.
6?
Hold it in your left hand. The left hand is the etheric hand. My top 5 doom scrolling?
Your top
Rabbit hole?
5 themes on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Theater number 1.
Star Wars.
Sharks.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
There isn't a National Theater post that Grady hasn't liked. Like when I scroll through and I see what my friends liked, it's National Theater. I'll see Grady's little symbol.
It makes me
there.
feel better when I see my friends liking the same things that I'm watching because
Yes.
I'm like, oh, validation.
Yes,
We all
yes,
have
yes,
a-
yes.
So we're gonna get down a rabbit hole with these awake spiritual cards. Call them tarot. Call them whatever you want.
I don't remember when you gave those to Matt.
These are from Matt's
Was I
birthday.
here for that?
birthday.
No, you were grieving.
Was it this past birthday?
Yes.
So I want you to think about something you'd like to know about, Matt. Think about a question.
Do I have to say it or
No,
no?
you can just think about it.
Don't you know everything?
Well,
No,
yeah,
go ahead.
actually, yeah. This is hard because I know a lot about Matt. Something I'm
And she's
curious
not-
about,
yeah,
or
she's
something
not
I want
curious.
for Matt.
I don't ask a question like how long will I live?
Well, that's not about Matt.
You know, I want
How long will Matt live?
Matt needs to think about it. Matt needs to think about something that's on his mind that he would like maybe a direction with or just some clarity on. And just focus on it for just a few minutes
So Matt
Or
has
just
to
a few
think of this right
seconds.
now.
in silence.
A few minutes is going to
In
be a long
silence.
time in this.
Doesn't have to be a few
podcast.
minutes. Not too smart.
Grady's staring up to the left of me. Oh, he's singing Titanic now.
I think the same thing. I gotta just fucking
Why don't you think of something different, Matt?
trying.
No, you're not. You're not trying.
That's not true. Because I have plenty of things that I can think about.
Well, I know what
Yeah.
you're
when I
thinking
close
about,
my
so
eyes,
that'll
it's
make
the
it easier
fucking
for me.
same bullshit. Just the same bullshit.
Well, why don't you switch up and make it not bullshit?
Thanks. Really.
Well, you
I,
could make it not bullshit. Same thing, not bullshit.
First time touching these. So we have come up with the mystery card. Legions upon us, let our soul friends caress us, mysteries of
Legions.
love. Behold the profound mystery of our coexistence, both as human beings on planet Earth and as ethereal beings in a flowing vibrational state in the cosmos. In that special realm, we can constantly change and manifest anything at any time. We're able to travel to multiple places in one instance, for time is not linear there. We are the mystery of source, the mystery of love. Our loved ones are always guiding us. Just talking about your dad and your sister a minute ago. While we have an earthly experience nurturing this life for us for our highest good, signs are given to us from higher selves and soul groups who have created the stories and the human experiences play out.
So that's all for one
Mysteries
card.
of love. You're always
for
searching
Matt?
for love. Mysteries of love. And that's what this card did.
Didn't we know that?
Doesn't matter. The cards
Yeah,
knew
we
it.
did.
So I'm showing them that they don't lie. Just need to shuffle them, put your hands on them, hold the crystal, do what you want.
I want some,
Happy birthday to
I
you.
want some
But what-
spirit cards.
And the nice thing is, spirit and tarot cards.
No,
you
no,
should.
no, it's yours.
No, you can touch it.
No, it's okay.
No, you can touch it.
Mm-mm.
Touch his Willie.
Hey,
Come here. Come see Uncle Grady.
oh my God.
this went really south.
It did, but
We
that
switched
wasn't wrong.
episodes.
Mysteries
We switched
of love.
podcasts.
Again.
Matt is in search often of the mysteries of love and connection.
You told me to just, it's not bullshit, or make it not bullshit and switch it up. But like the cards don't lie.
No, but
cards don't
meaning.
lie.
Okay,
But
you.
could take
All right,
the-
but
you
that's
could take
true.
the
It's
same
not
topic.
wrong.
I'm tapping Matt with my foot now. You could take the same subject and make it change the narrative.
Yes.
Make it not be
Right.
bullshit.
I feel
Sometimes
like
I'll
I try not to make it bullshit. The thing that I think is bullshit is how I can't. I don't think the searching for love part is the bullshit.
No.
I think the bullshit is my inability to accept situations for sure, and then even further than that,
So we're just gonna leave that there. This is the card you have, mystery. It's a mystery to you.
not be in search of something that it seems like the minute it's unobtainable. It
So you're
seems to
building a
be
mystery.
What's driving me? Like there's always this unavailable. I'm always in search of what is unavailable, and that is the bullshit part.
Well,
Anyways, it's I don't know.
well,
it's really hard, and I try to. I'm dealing with it every day, and I try to. I've tried to move forward, and it's very. There's so many things that are feel so unanswered and so abrupt. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around all of that other shit.
Well, you could go down a rabbit hole with that
no,
thought.
I do. I do that
Or
every day.
you could
again, the
separate it
card
into
name
things.
is Mystery.
I just said a whole bunch of nothing.
There's
You
things
didn't though.
can-
You just said exactly what this
Yeah.
is saying.
There's
Mystery.
things you can control and things you can't control, and that's when you
So-
have to learn the difference, and then you have peace. That's it. That's
Peace
to bed,
doesn't
bye.
peace doesn't seem obtainable, and so that's probably why I can never have it, because it's unobtainable.
oh okay.
And that's what I want.
guess we ran out of peace for Matt in the world.
I don't know. I certainly don't know how to
no,
grant
no,
myself peace. You know, I feel like I deserve it, but like, yeah, every fucking day it's a problem for me. Anyways, so I don't know that people know. Again, we turned into another episode. What actually just happened, which is that
we went into a rabbit hole.
There is this. There are these cards that Grady got me for my birthday called Awake, Inner Wisdom cards, and there's a process to it. And so Grady just did the process for us, and that's what you just heard. I don't know if we set up what that actually was.
We didn't. I'm like Salvador Dali. What's
This
the
is-
point? There is none. What's the meaning? There is none.
So interesting though that on our 100th episode, it gets back to
The mystery.
me and my very broken
Welcome back, Matt.
love life. And my search for
Welcome
love.
back to Earth. You guys have been on a rabbit hole for 100 episodes.
It's true. And Matt, you are bent but not broken. So raise your hands and raise them high.
I
Bent but not broken. That's
Cool.
today's theme.
feel pretty broken.
The mystery.
Anyways.
Okay.
So
Well, we've run out of peace for Matt in the world.
there's I don't get peace.
Hello,
Um,
Matt Young. Yeah, your peace is gone. Enjoy. Yeah,
My peas, Peas.
I've got him on the phone.
I don't have peas, mushy peas.
Yeah, that's my job. It's all right.
So
Okay,
now that we're like towards the end of our episode, basically,
it's been over.
100 episodes. Not all of us together.
No,
There've been some guests and stuff like that. What have we learned? Over 100 episodes. I mean, honestly, even though I feel like shitty and whatever, it's not all about you and your grief, Grady. I mean, I can feel shitty too,
I didn't
right?
say anything.
No, you're just making a face like that.
What about me?
Um,
Am I ever
I do-
sad about anything?
Claire, you lead
Always.
a charmed life.
Oh, yes, it's the perfectest life. It's a cat's life that you live. No, I mean,
That is the goal.
I think I've learned that there is peace for me, that oftentimes what I'm feeling and what my brain is saying to me is not honest, and I think I've been able to uncover that with our weekly talks. I think that's an important kind of growth thing for me throughout this whole experience. I think I reflect your love of boundaries because I see you and I hear you, Claire, talk about them. I see from Grady and feel and have learned that that I have often masked. I don't think I used any of that language before, and now I'm highly aware of when I'm that those masks are working, and when I can take them down, and then when I try to take them down in public, sometimes there's a cost, but mostly there's a blossoming, a growing, all of that stuff.
An aftershock. There's a reward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
with
really
just
better
math.
language for it.
But I mean, you read Chloe Hayden's book. I think that gave you a lot of insight. I mean, and not someone that that reads a lot. You ripped through that.
Yeah. Well, I listened to her.
You listened to her, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
quite engaging.
Yeah.
I think I've learned it's okay to be more myself, talk about it. I think I'll probably listen back to some of these and not believe what I've said. I can't believe I've talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I don't really like to listen back. I'll listen if it's just y'all to check in. But if it's me, I'm not really. It's a flow state. I'm not really. Flow state's really important for me.
yeah.
Which also I think people talk about flow state. See, we're going to get into another episode. Let's do flow state for the next episode
Yeah.
because people
I don't
talk
know
about
what
flow
that
state, but you
is.
can't talk
It's
about
like
flow
being
state.
in the zone. Have you
if
ever
you're
heard
in
that phrase? It's like somebody came up with that actual language.
Yeah.
And there's a book about being in flow, which is like what we used to call being in the
But
zone.
then people like to talk about it. I'm like, but if you're in flow state, you can't talk about it because you're in it.
No,
could,
but you
could
you
know
can
you were there.
Yeah, and you can witness other people when they're in flow state, and so
Absolutely.
then you can have an opinion on it. No, I mean
On
I've seen
stage,
I've
you
seen
ask
that,
me what I've done on stage. 90% of the time, I can't tell you.
but I've
which
seen
is
that
great.
It's seen that in you here, where we're like, oh, remember when we talked about that thing, and you just,
No
yeah,
idea.
you don't have a clue. I also think when you said that, you can listen to Claire and I do our thing. When you were home, when
Even
you had
Grant. I
just gone
told you,
back,
Grant was like, "Is this?" Because he asked,
Yeah.
"Is this the same?" What are you listening to?
Claire
he was
and I
watching
were
the
like,
game
the
and
thing that we can do for Grady while he's grieving at home
death and friendship.
is we're just going to give him a fun episode, and we're going to entertain him. And
I was like, we went the back roads, then we got on the
Yes.
interstate, went back to the back road. Even I was like, I'm not. I was like, do I do this? Do we all do this? We
Yeah.
do all do this, and that's why we're. That's why.
These are my favorite conversations. My absolute favorite. But having conversations with you guys here and then before the podcast
Me too.
and individually with you guys on the phone. Like, there's, you know how some people like try to explain things to you and like they talk with such conviction, but they're not really saying anything. Like, I don't feel that way with you guys. I feel like I always learn something from
I think we all do.
time
we keep
spent
coming
with
back
you
to
guys.
this because of that.
Yeah,
Well, you're both really interesting people.
Well, you're part of that too.
you're an interesting person as well.
Now, why don't you read the report and see if I've done anything
I just
wrong? You
think
can
you
let
just-
me know.
No, I like I really enjoy having conversations with other people when I get a chance to. But this is when the orchestra is at its fullest, when it's the three of us.
Oh, that's beautiful. This is when the orchestra is at its fullest.
I love you both.
We love you too.
Thank you for 85 great episodes. 100 episodes altogether. Well, you're right. Probably generous. Probably 65. great.
185 or
No, I'm
85?
like,
episodes.
don't. No, it's 100.
Oh no, we've done 100 episodes.
Right.
No, they've all been fun. I don't think I laugh as hard anywhere else.
You don't.
Except when I'm with you guys.
You don't.
And you don't even
Here.
laugh that
It's
hard
like
here.
blood from a stone. Sometimes I
That's
know.
not true. I think
He internalizes it. You get the
He's
face.
just trying
or
to
like
say
the
something
what-
nice,
you know,
and we're
a little
totally
bit.
botching it.
I don't have the fish bones on the like Claire does. Claire gets the fish bones in the on the recording. You can
does
see
that
when
mean?
she's laughing. It
Oh,
looks-
oh,
it
the
like-
thingy.
yeah, the way your
I'm
voice
thinking
is
of
recorded.
I'm thinking of wishbones. Sorry.
No, it looks like fish bones, but I do. I laugh more with you guys than I laugh with anybody else. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for listening. And I don't know. We're back next week. No, we're not back.
Yeah,
next
I'll
week.
be here.
We're back next week, and then we'll do some other things for a little bit.
Yeah. But
Um,
we're still around.
Yes, we're
Still
yes,
doing this. This
yes.
isn't the end.
Not the end. 100 episodes
Oh.
though.
Yeah, not. Let's talk after.
Okay. Yes, we've got some contracts to discuss. And,
Well, that's the problem. We don't have any contracts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't
so-
You
bring
haven't
them?
been paid for this? That's an oversight by me. I'm so.
I've
haven't been
been
paid for
I've
this.
been paid in love.
There used to be donuts too, but then somebody decided that
Yeah,
they
that's
weren't
true.
going to eat.
I don't
them
even eat the
anymore.
donuts anymore, but I still want that whatever the one.
He didn't even eat a lot of them.
Is that a theremin?
It's
What
a
is that?
theremin.
Theremin.
By the way, I just want to put it out there. I would love a theremin.
Okay.
Okay, do you know how much those are?
Well, there's a really inexpensive basic one for $300,
Ooh.
but I think the sound's probably not very good.
Go down a rabbit hole. You probably find a cheaper one.
I probably have gone down a rabbit hole. for
Trying to
this.
end this.
I know you did a really nice job, and
Yeah.
you stepped on it. My first theremin. Maybe that's what we'll get you.
Oh, I
Like
thought you
it-
were
it's
going to
for
say
kids.
that you were like my first
You
theremin.
had one. How could you let that go?
I've never brought this up before. I'm afraid that I'm going to play it once and then be like, okay, I'm done
You
with
won't.
this.
They're really fun.
You played one?
Yeah.
What?
Brian Grew, if you're listening, I think you got a theremin out there.
My next birthday.
I have a year about to make this thing happen. Jesus Christ.
Birthday of theremins.
Ugh.
Just a bunch of theremins in one room.
All right. Let's it's 100th episode. Let's not have a wet one. Okay?
Was that you
Let's-
who sent
let's
the
have a
president
nice-
farting last night
Let's have
on
an
Instagram?
what?
No, that was somebody who said what all the different presidents sound like farting.
Yeah, that was.
And
didn't you
Taft
send
is my
that?
favorite. Taft sounds like
Yeah.
he just
It was
explodes.
horrible.
Of
That's
course.
a rabbit hole for sure.
All right. So let's not have a wet one. Let's have a nice That sounded like a John Williams fart.
That wasn't that Superman?
Turn off the mics.
Okay.
I just did Superman for you.
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck this. That was a nice
It
one.
doesn't want to stop. Doesn't want to turn off.
Oh, it's still going?
It is. I couldn't turn it off. It didn't want to turn off.
I'm gonna go sit in my
Bye. Wow. I mean, just wow. That felt like 3 to 4 different episodes all packed into one and packed into an hour. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, at the heart of what we do, we try to be as honest and use humor and share our vulnerability with you. Grady was gracious enough and wanted to come and talk and be part of the podcast today, even though his loss is pretty immediate and incredibly devastating, as all losses are to people who lose people that are very close to them. That's a pretty idiotic sentence to say out loud, but we all know it's true, and it was nice to be able to be here and joke with him. I think one of the things I feel lucky enough to be able to do with my friends who are dealing with loss is know that our sense of humor doesn't disappear, and that just because we're joking and smiling, it doesn't make our pain or our grief any less. It's not like we have healed and moved on. It's just a part of who we are, and so we often deal with things with humor, and that is a huge part of the healing process. So we'll be here with Grady on the good days and the bad days, and hopefully, well, I was going to say hopefully it gets better, but we all know it doesn't get better. It just changes. You get more used to it. So after 25 years, I decided to put together a podcast to help me deal with it. So hopefully it helps you deal with it too in a lot of ways. Thank you for listening. This is the Last Will Podcast. If you like what you heard, rate, review, and subscribe. We will come at you each week. You can reach us at The Last Will Podcast on Instagram. And you can reach me at Matt Young at thelastwillpodcast.com. Please reach out. Please subscribe. Please tell a friend. All of that stuff really helps us out. And if you want to find me on TikTok, I believe my handle is Proceed Moon. But you can probably type in The Last Will Podcast because it's also there as well. Till next week, onward, forward.